Sunday. Now, Dante was a song. In the 16th century, it was a sacred Christmas carol, and the refrain went, "Rejoice, rejoice, for Christ is born of the Virgin Mary. Rejoice." So rejoicing is obviously our theme today. You've heard it many times. But this time of year, I'm sure many of you are starting to feel a sense of joy. You see all the Christmas trees and the lights, and we hear the Christmas carols on the radio, and we're just starting to get into that sense, at least most of us, are starting to get into that sense that Christmas is coming. But that kind of joy is fleeting. It's temporary. It goes away. The season's over. Shakespeare defined joy as love. We hear the song, "Joy to the world, for the Lord is come." We're joyful because the Lord is coming. How about, O come, Emmanuel, the refrain, "Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel." We are rejoicing because God is with us. Think of some joyful moments in your own life. I'm sure there are many. If you're parents, you probably are thinking it was the birth of my children, or it could have been when you were married. I happen to have 3 of my children here today. Okay, my oldest Kim, the second oldest Mark, and Michael. And to this day, I vividly remember that day when they were born. It was unlike any other. I can remember when they came out and they were put in their mother's arms. And then they came to me and they were put in my arms. And I felt what joy is like. Joy is this unexplainable, immense feeling of pleasure and happiness. It's hard. It's really hard to describe it. There's Bible stories with joy in it. Can you think of any? How about one coming up here at Christmas? The 3 Magi, the 3 kings. What do they say when they see the star? They rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And they went to the child and kneeled down and prostrated themselves and gave gifts. There's others. I'm sure there's many. You remember Jacob's son Joseph when he's reunited with his brothers. The brothers that had left him for dead. Yeah, he realized that there was good, that God did good in what happened. Okay? And when he reunited with them, you could feel the love and joy in that story. Now, how about David? When he danced for joy before the Lord, when the Ark of the Covenant was returned to Jerusalem. And my favorite, prodigal son. Prodigal son who had squandered all. The father is waiting for him to come back, and he sees him at a distance, and he runs to him, and he embraces him. Can you imagine the joy and love that they were feeling, both of them, the father and the son? You see, when we return to the Father, he embraces us. And that embrace, that love of the Father, fills us with that same joy and love. Today's readings, there's rejoicing and joy everywhere. You heard from the first reading from the prophet Zephaniah. He says, the first line was, "Shout for joy, O daughter Zion. Sing joyfully, O Israel." He said that because it said the Lord was in their midst. Because when the Lord is in our midst, we feel joyful. And what about that responsorial song? When it said, "Cry out with joy and gladness, for among you is the great and holy one of Israel." Because when the great and holy one is among us, we can feel the joy. Then in the second reading from St. Paul, "Rejoice in the Lord always." Again, I say rejoice. In that short letter to the Philippians, four chapters, he refers to joy over 20 times. But what you may not know is, he was in prison. He was in prison when he wrote that. You see, during Paul's career, people and events seemed to conspire with him to beat literally the joy out of him. And yet, what did he say? Rejoice always. How could a man that his story of his life is incredible. His sufferings, he received lashings. 5 times he received lashings. 3 times he was hit with rods. 3 times he was shipwrecked. Once he was stoned. He suffered many sleepless nights, went hungry, and many other hardships, and this is just a partial list. Yet, he tells us, rejoice in the Lord always. And how could this man be filled with so much joy? He suffered so much. He mentions it in the reading. He says, the Lord is near. Dismiss all anxieties from your mind and present your needs to God in every form of prayer. And then the best line. Then the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will stand guard in your minds and hearts. See, Paul knew who the source of his joy was. Because the very thought of Jesus and his love is given freely, continually, filled Paul with joy. When God is near us, our anxieties and sorrows seem to melt away. When we give to him fully and completely, he gives us the gift of joy. I was trying to think of an analogy of what I can compare joy to. I came up with rain. Joy is like rain. We don't make it. We don't manufacture it. We don't earn it. It is a pure gift of God's love and grace, a nourishing gift. Because without rain, there is no life. God gives it to us because he loves us, not because we deserve it. Those of you that may have been through disastrous droughts, particularly the ones in California, when the rain finally breaks, what does one want to do? They want to go out in it, get themselves wet, submerge themselves, soak themselves, and they rejoice in the life-giving water that's coming down. That's what it's like. The gift of joy breaks into our life. A gift from God. Who is the source of our joy? Jesus is also the source of our joy. Yet there will be times when people and events will seem to conspire to beat the joy out of us. But Jesus asks us to rejoice even in times of trial and suffering. If St. Paul were here, he would ask us to look at our lives through the lens of love. What does that look like? What does it feel like if you looked at your life through the lens of love? I know one thing. Your life would be filled with joy. Paul would also urge us to relieve us from all anxiousness and strive to have peace in our lives. He would also urge us to pray through those tough times and find an excuse to rejoice. Joy and love is raining upon us today because God is near. Not God is near in his first coming at Christmas, nor his second coming at the end of time. No, his coming in between. His coming here with us right now in the Eucharist, living in us. So let us rejoice and be glad and share our joy with one another.